Hi, welcome to the next video about the Divergent CRM. We've got an agenda. We're starting at point 8, financial systems. We're going to be looking at that briefly, going into marketing platforms, and then content marketing and media. Okay, let's start at the beginning. It's just going back to March 2011, and this was really a lesson learned. From 2002 to 2010, there had been a series of financial managers and accountants that all did the wrong thing. They all messed things up badly. Some made new systems on software that didn't record final balances and we didn't get paid. Others, there were just problems. The accountant's wife left him, and that stopped the whole company from functioning until we hired a financial manager, a junior financial manager, and that didn't work. We hired a senior financial manager, and then after 2 years turns around and said, look, I'm really messed up. I'm really sorry. We just invested $200,000 that we wouldn't have invested had we known we didn't have that. Then we went and we spent, I think, 25% of turnover rather, on a financial company, BDO, the 5th biggest in South Africa. And they also came along saying they would advise, and they advised very, very badly. The simple solution was drop the property management side of the company because it's not making any money, and your financials, accounting, your 98% of everything was used. The financial division was used just in the property management, and only 2% was needed. However, all of these could have been fixed with a decent system. And after the painful experience of 10 years of putting my life and the company's finances in other people's hands, it got to a point where I wasn't going to go into it again unless I had a financial system. That said, we have gone into it again. We've got a better financial system than we had, much better, but it's not automated. And this, in the original Virgin business plan, said we want the CRM connected to the financial system. So as the way it was working was the villa agents would do their deals, and that would get put on a little note and then sent to the financial department, and they would then, and there's so much room for error, and there was a lot of error. There was double booking, owners been paid twice, this, that, and the other. And at no point until the very end of Cape Villas is charge at the top of the marketplace was I finally given month-end reports, and you could see, well, look, we're spending too much here, but it was too late. We had to downsize dramatically and reinvent ourselves all over again in a much more economic system, which we have now. However, the problems that happen to me are going to happen to other people. If you're looking for a small teams that are experts at hospitality and sales to take these villa franchises, you don't want to have them to have to spend 25% of their turnover on accounting staff. You don't want to have to spend any of it on accounting staff. You want whoever's the CEO not to have any knowledge of the finance. He can just look, or she can just look at something like this, the bottom line, where you can see turnover, expenses, and profit. Oh, okay, we're doing okay. If those lines are going another way, you have a look at it. Or we, now 5 years later, we've got a better plan. We can go to the spreadsheet for this. Let's have a look at the spreadsheet we've seen before. This is how we want to see inquiries recorded. So as each day, and this is how it is when it's open. And that gives us a good idea of what money's coming in. But in exactly the same way, in a calendar, I want to see all the money that's gone out. In terms of management accounts, this is quite nice. This is what I created as a spreadsheet and gave to my accountants to do my tax return, and it only took them 2 hours to do the tax return. It was that accurate. Here we're just seeing a simple page that shows the main things you'd want to know about the Villa Secrets franchise right now. Director's salary, staff salary, web items, bank charges, other expenses, and you see how much the company made. You can see where it came from, and we can look in the individual franchises that make that up, and we can see their total bookings and how much the actual franchise fee was, 4.48% and 4.22%. That said, half of all that money is reinvested in development, so in effect it's 2.24 and 2.11, but this is a great looking sheet. I'd like to see this, and if one wants to go a little bit deeper, we can just go here, one layer down, and this shows us the month-to-month income, payments, turnover recorded. Simple. As soon as we've got to add in the bookings, etc., but all the time that one is recording, we've got to add in various things like salaries. Here we're just looking at the expenses such as Google Ads, hosting, etc. This is a nice way to see the data. Going one stage further, we can see here we're looking directly at the bank spreadsheet. This is the spreadsheet that's been downloaded from the bank, and it goes into different categories, and this is how we'll be getting the information first of all from banks, because not all banks are automated, and those that are may not be automated well. From a simple bank spreadsheet download, we can work out everything. A lot of these would be automated, so as soon as one sees direct debit, PayPal, it goes into that column. If a client has done a payment that used our reference, that reference would automatically show that client, etc. So that's what we're looking at. Let's have a look at some options to automate this process. This is Contemp. It's a difficult one. Contemp-Matrix. And I found this because I was searching for a banking API. So we didn't have to do the spreadsheet thing. When we do the spreadsheet, we download the spreadsheet from the bank and we upload it into our system, and then it goes into our system and looks in the way that we've seen in those spreadsheets. This company, I spoke to their CEO, nice chap. They've got a sort of solution where they scrape the information off of the banking page, but you need to log in every day to do that, which is slightly annoying, and it's expensive at €1 per transaction, a minimum of €1,000 a month. I spoke to a nice chap at Barclays who I speak to every now and again, and I said, it's a shame Barclays don't have, in fact I think I was a little bit more soapboxy, saying it's ridiculous why banks don't have their own APIs, and he said they do. Barclays has got its own API, but we can't use it just yet because we have to have £1 million going through the account, which we do, but they're not going through the UK account, they're going through the South African accounts. There's not a lot of information here. I've got the API pages somewhere. I don't know where they are. This doesn't look like someone's put a lot of effort into this. It's the homepage for Barclays.net, but apparently we can get the banking data out, and we can automate payments, and it can work through many other countries. We're now moving the South African companies onto Absa Bank because Absa Bank can connect to Barclays.net. There's a long way to go, but the simple spreadsheet version where we capture the information like this, we allocate it like this, and that gets made into nice management accounts like this, and then year-end financials, one's accounting bill is 300 quid, and it doesn't matter how big it gets, because all they need to see is this at the end of the day, and plus the bank statements, of course, if they feel they need to see them. Okay, so let's have a look back at the agenda. what have we looked at? We've looked at, yeah, we've looked at all this. So that's the financial system. Let's move on to the marketing platform, PPC advertising. Now, the first marketing that we do, because we're experts at it, is Google AdWords. And I'm not going to tell anyone how we do this. I'm not even going to show inside of it, because we don't want people to know how we do it, because it really is our special sauce. You know, we fought and are continuing to fight Airbnb on this, and we're winning. And, you know, they got billions to spend. They did come up. I think they must have advertised, just so as one knows, Cape Town is the most expensive place to advertise a villa in the world. Much more expensive than Hawaii, more expensive than St. Bart's, more expensive than Bali, more expensive than everywhere. We have dominated Google AdWords. That's where we get 58% of our traffic from. And if we can do it in Cape Town, which is the most expensive place, and still turn a profit in a country where there's not a lot going on because of the financially, because of the rand, you know, it's so low, you're not making a lot there. One would, if one did exactly the same thing, had the same stock, and did it in Bali and Hawaii, one would make a much bigger return. And you know, it's open to us. So anyway, look, I'm not sure what systems one can do to automate Google AdWords, but we'll certainly be looking at it, because we'll need a campaign like this for every single location, and with, you know, tens of thousands of locations have been identified already. Okay, AdRoll is another system, another marketing system. This is remarketing, and we used Google remarketing for a while, but we got a lot of hackers getting into it. The way Google remarketing, I think, it works on a pay-per-click system. Whereas, so what can happen is you get these hacker spam sites who they send a link, they send someone to your site for a second, and then they go away again. And I think it's all automated. And then because they've been to that site, you start seeing these remarketing ads, and then they click on the remarketing ads on their own page that's been where they get half, and they get half the money. It's a hack. I'm not officially saying that's how it is. That's how I think it works with Google. That's why I think we have to stay well away from it. But AdRoll does not have this problem, because it's a pay per 1,000 impressions. One pays, I think it's three American cents for 1,000 impressions. And we show ads, lovely ads. Let's see some ads. Looks like we can't see the ads. Oh, we can see them a little bit there. The great thing about this is once you're speaking to a client, the client starts seeing ads for you all over the place, and on Skype, everywhere you go, all the big sites, entrepreneur.com, etc. So, and we send them the messages, because, you know, people don't always know when you look at it that the websites that we do are members of ASTA, American Society of Travel Agents, and parts of the PRS, which is a UK government ombudsman scheme. And we tell them this, and we say, you know, by having these ads, we focus on showing them that we're exclusively recommended by Condé Nast Traveler. So if that client started off with about 3 different companies, we're replying back to him in our current Cape Villa style, which is kind of soft sell, not pushing clients into it, because rich clients quite often they know a salesperson. If they're giving it too much, they don't appreciate it. But what we do is, when the clients are looking around, suddenly they start seeing us advertised on all these sites, and we're, you know, this, that, and the other websites aren't doing this. Cape Town other websites aren't doing this. All the big Villa international ones use this. Anyway, this is a marketing system that goes hand in hand with Google AdWords, and is our, you know, when we do, wherever we go, the first thing we do is Google AdWords and AdRoll. We do that, we go in. Bali, would love to do it. If you go to Bali this time next year, you'll probably see us at number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4 in Bali. you'll see us at number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 in Hawaii, because we've done it in Cape Town, which is the most expensive place to advertise in Rand. So anyway, marketing, there's a lot more there's loads of marketing software out there, and for us it's a case of working with the ones that make sense. HubSpot makes a lot of sense because we're already working with their CRM. Now the disadvantage with HubSpot is I think in their marketing you have to use their own blog, which looks something like this. And to me, sorry, no, this is, let's have a look at an individual blog. Here's an individual blog. To me, if I'm a client and I'm reading this, I'm not seeing any wow factor. There's all sorts of stuff on the page, and it's not wowing me. If you look at how we do our blogs, this is our blog page, and certainly if you're renting villas, it's a nicer blog page to come to than this. And our blogs themselves, that's wow. Wow, okay. And it does it again. And it does that, and below we've got all the pictures, the text, written magazine style, just letting someone get into you before you start giving them the prices, etc., etc. Okay, having suggested that HubSpot's blogs are don't look great, this is a huge company, and they're probably work. Certainly by using their blogs within their marketing system, it probably works better than having our current blogs not in a marketing system. So what you lose from the visuals of the blog, you gain because their marketing system is very very geared towards blogs. They're really a HubSpot or a blog marketing company that has a CRM. Inbound marketing, that's what they call themselves. They actually claim, and rightly so, I think, to have termed the phrase inbound marketing. Okay, so Salesforce also have their own marketing systems, and I haven't looked a great deal at them, but in the same way as we're going to be going with HubSpot CRM and Salesforce CRM, and giving the client the option, do you want to go with our Salesforce package? Do you want to go with our HubSpot package? And different websites come with which. It's great to, A/B test HubSpot HubSpot versus Salesforce. Maybe HubSpot end up, despite not having the sophisticated CRM in marketing, in inbound marketing, being better than Salesforce. Who knows? Certainly, by using both of them, you're going to win one of the other ways. And of course, it's all of this still is creating into our own API. We're using the data in other ways, like feeding it to the financial department. So as the financial department, they don't just have a name. They've got all the information if they need it, if they want to follow up or something like that. Okay, this other company's, it's got a beautiful website. I put this in my website designs to potentially copy. I love this 3D effect they've done here. It's I think it's a Photoshop filter, but it's really is looking quite nice. Anyway, Marketo are another one of the big marketing companies, marketing automation. email, etc., etc., etc. I haven't really looked at them in any detail so far because I think when I went to watch their video, it wasn't working to start off with, and also I'm moving towards HubSpot and Salesforce because I'm already using their CRM. So it's not another thing to learn. It's not another thing to do an API to. But you know, hearing a lot of good things about these guys, wouldn't mind having a meeting with them soon to discuss it. Okay, so that's marketing platform, and let's go on to content marketing and media. And this is, you know, I'm going to spend 10 minutes on this, but if you go through the YouTube account or my G Plus account, you can see many videos on content marketing. Okay, let's start off with social media integration and inbound marketing. And so, just so as one knows, content marketing is the best way to do search engine optimization nowadays, because Google doesn't like links from any cheating or swapping. They like you to get links by making great content and syndicating it, or guest blogging. They've got no problem with guest blogging, as far as I know. Okay, so here we are, and where are we? Sorry, we've gone to... I wanted to show the blog page. Again. Okay, so here's our blog. Social marketing. Okay, so here's our blog page, and one comes to this and sees the various blogs and clicks on one, or one gets sent a blog via email, or one finds it in social in search engines. Okay, so social. Oh, so we're doing the integration. Right, let's have a look at what this looks like underneath. We've seen it a little bit earlier, so we're going to go edit post. This top bar here is only because I'm logged into WordPress, by the way, and just so as one knows, we do WordPress PHP site hybrids, where they both the blog is in WordPress and the site is in PHP. It was the best way to do it at the time, and it still seems like a good way now, because this is one of the reasons. Look at this down the bottom. We've seen this here. This is how we want to do the CMS for our enhanced pages. There's some SEO stuff. This is interesting. When we do a blog, it gets updated to Blogger, Delicious, Facebook, Flickr, Flipboard, Google+, LinkedIn, Instapaper, LiveJournal, Plurk, Pinterest, Tumblr, Twitter, Contempi, and if we click that little button there, YouTube. And one can take this a lot further. One can have 50 different Facebook accounts, Facebook business pages, each one with a slightly different keyword. So you'd have one being Cape Town Villas, one being Cape Town Luxury Villas, one Villas in Cape Town, one, you know, you could carry on and on and on. However, we use an auto delay. Obviously, if this all went up at the same time, it'd start triggering flags all over the place. If it's auto delayed, so it appears over a couple of months, it's just, there's no difference between a genuine social share. It's just it's an automated social share. In our experiments so far, this hasn't really done us any favors. We've not seen any tremendous boosts, but that's largely because the experiments we've done so far, we've just made these we've made these accounts, and we're not using them. We're not adding friends to them. You know, my Facebook account gets used a bit, but I'm not even posting to the main page. So there's a lot to, if one an idea is that each member of staff mans about 3 or 4, or if you've got a lot of staff, each staff member, just ask them to do one page and keep it up to date, you know, i.e. find more friends, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so this is social network automation. Now, HubSpot do this, but only for 4 networks. And because half of all the world's websites are now made in WordPress and the plugins are being made more and more all the time, it's unlikely any marketing automation company is going to catch up with WordPress. And if they do, by the time WordPress will be further anyway. Obviously, you know, we're going to throw our hat in the ring. If we get enough investment, we'll make all these connections ourselves if the social networks will let us. That's why it's better to have a big brand investor, because that big brand investor, such as Virgin, could say to Facebook, do you mind if we do an auto connect on our new Divergent CRM? And they'll be like, oh, well, okay, you know. Or work for Facebook, get invested by Facebook, and do it the other way around. Okay, so that's sorry, where are we? That's social network integration and inbound marketing. Blog for the secrets. And yes, we've just mentioned that HubSpot do that. Okay, guest blogs. Once we've made our nice blog, not only can we use it for clients to see. Sorry, this needs to go back one further page. Not only can we use it for clients to see, we can use this to impress other blogs around the world. I mean, I don't mean to big up our own product, but this looks very nice, and didn't take us long to do at all. We got some issues with the height being wrong, and we need to put the titles in, but this is coming along. As soon as we've got you know, about 20 blogs on here, and we're in some safaris as well, and some individual locations, it'll be time for us to start searching for the guest blogs. And we use this tool. I've had a long meeting with this really cool guy from this company who knows everybody in the SEO world, and you know, I'm really happy that he's spared his time. But he's shown me how it's sort of what I am hoping will be the missing piece of the puzzle in terms of finding links. We've made our blog looks great, we've sent it to a lot of social networks, but our social networks aren't being used much, so that's not creating much of a link back from that. You know, unless our website is out there, how is anyone going to find the blogs to link to them? Through SEO, yes, but we don't need to worry about that, because with a good looking blog page, well written, we can use Pitchbox to find hundreds of domain authority 60 plus websites that are in our industry, either luxury travel or travel, and we just say to them, look, this is what we do, we're specialists, we look good at what we do, and we're specialists. Can we guest blog for you once a month? And then once a month we will use our content writers to make them a guest blog, and at the bottom of it, it would link to either Villa Secrets, or it would link to Cape Town Luxury Villas, or one of whatever websites we are promoting. Hoping that's going to be the missing piece in the puzzle, because it's, you know, it's legit, and it's not something Google's going to mind. You know, it's like, you know, and also we can move up. Once we've spin on a lot of guest blogs, we can start going to Condé Nast Traveler saying, hey, Condé Nast Traveler, look, we are guest bloggers on all of these. Can we do an article for you on villas in Cape Town? We've actually made it for you. What do you think? Can you put that on your website? And then they'll link to us that way. And that, you know, a Condé Nast Traveler link would mean quite a lot. Okay, let's get back to the agenda. Okay, we're just talking about this now. In the system for the network that we're creating in Cape Town, we're looking for 16 different companies, about 10 of which would be based in Cape Town. 6 would be international villa rental companies. Each would have their own website. Each has some have the similar marketing strategy. Some, you know, Cape Villas and Cape Town Luxury Villas both really focus on villa keywords in Google AdWords, but we'll be focusing others on SEO and others on various other marketing systems, which I'm not really going to get into because they're kind of secret. But anyway, each one of those 16 companies, we're going to ask to supply one member of staff to the hospitality division, which is also the content marketing and video creation division, i.e. we will create a hospitality department full of people who first have a skill at either copywriting, or they're a photographer, or they're a cameraman, or they're a presenter, or they can all first have a primary role as within the content marketing division, but all work together to provide hospitality and concierge. There's a lot of people who've got two skills, and quite often, you know, if people are into content marketing, that's the sort of person you want who would be a good hospitality person, because they'll subconsciously be constantly marketing your product. Okay, lastly, creating magazines. And sorry, just in terms of the systems, obviously, all the creation and the diaries of making all of this, the videos and the TV, will be created within the CRM. We would make a specific section for making productions on time, who's doing it, who's got to be there, what's the backup plan if case such and such is ill, you know, all planned within the CRM beforehand. Creating magazines, all of the work, we've already done a great magazine in 2009 with Condé Nast Traveller called Cape Villas. We saw Bulgari writing to us, offering us, I think, $100,000 in barter if they could be in the next magazine. We're now planning the next magazine, but it's a Villa Secrets magazine. It's going to be in 8 locations. Each location is going to have an 8-page spread of one villa, and we're going to try and product place a fashion company like Chanel in that villa, and that'll be the shoot. So the villa will be seen, but the Chanel will be, you know, there. So it'll be, you know, it's kind of a lifestyle magazine, but also a villa magazine. After those 8 pages, then there'll be another 7 villas in one location. Then there'll be another 8 pages in Bali, one spread, and that'll be maybe Armani. You know, I'm hoping, you know, the fact that Bulgari came to us, and Bulgari are to a degree a more exclusive brand than any fashion. Certainly, if you value a brand by how much they can sell their sunglasses for, Bulgari are twice the price of any fashion company. If Bulgari come back on board, and they well might, because now they've got a villa in Bali, and all we'll be asking them to do is do a shoot of your own in your own villa and let us stay in it, or for a certain amount of time, or give us a certain amount of barter. So Bulgari are looking good to come back in theory, and if they come back, we'll use their the fact they're in it to try and get all the others. It's a great idea. It'll be a great magazine. How does this get automated? Well, because of the content. We're already making the content, and due to this video creation and TV, we're already making the images at the right DPI. Images need to be very big. They need to be much bigger than you see on the web to look good in a magazine. All the content will be already created in the system, and it's, you know, it's not going to be a stretch to create that system, so as the system creates the magazine. Okay, I think we're done. Yes, we are. Okay, thank you. Bye.